should be back. Hey, Pete. Yeah, so I had some audio difficulties. I had the new headset. I had the Uwu headset. Unfortunately, it died on me. Um, but the microphone was better on that headset, but we have to deal with my shitty microphone. I will next time. Yeah, tomorrow I'll fucking get it going. See, I can hear the audio now, so that's what matters. Jesus, that's spooky sounds. Yeah, so this is another FMV game. This is called The Madness of Dr. Dekker, or Infectious Madness of Dr. Dekker. I don't know, I'm just checking the audio levels are right. Seems alright. Alright, cool. Fuck it. We'll do it live. As you see here, I've played 4% of the whole game, so I've fucking barely scratched the surface of it. We are doing a new, the in-game voices could be the more important thing. That's what I need to actually hear. That's why we're live, pal. There's subtitles, playback only. We'll put subtitles on always. Alright, so this is a typing-based FMV game. I've played 4% of it. You are a new psychologist interviewing patients that were formerly patients of Dr. Dekker. He has been killed mysteriously, or very intentionally not so mysteriously, and Jamie is right. We're going to solve some investigating the matters of Dr. Dekker. We're investigating the death of Dr. Dekker. We're playing a whole new game. This will delete your current saved. I am fucking fine with that.
The faculty thinks I've gone loopy, like some kind of spongy Mobius
This was done by the
strip.
same team that
here,
did,
isn't it,
what was it called?
I can
Poe and
see
Munro.
people's dreams.
I've set up an experiment.
And
my dad is trying
I don't know if you saw that guy.
Quantum
This
suicide.
guy. He is the guy from Contradiction. He was the cult leader.
And I know when the person's going to be asleep. I can have the dream with them.
Well, let's call him God. He creates this world for his amusement, something he can play with and occasionally alter to suit his mood.
It feels like the paintings are watching me.
And there'll be other familiar
Sometimes,
faces.
when I walk through a door, it takes me somewhere else. Literally somewhere else.
So yeah, it's going to be a fun ride. I've
goes wrong.
played fair go of it. Greg's not here yet. He's a lazy prick.
Becomes
he's clearly no longer in my
Starts as a
top 10
door-to-door
fans.
saleswoman. Double glazing, probably.
When he gets here, I'll time him out as
I
punishment.
think we both know what you dreamed about last night.
I've seen its silhouette changing through the window.
Because
I'll
he
boost the mic,
thinks I'm
cheers.
evil. Because I can see things
that
other
better?
people can't.
On the basis that central component of our universe is
I look forward to your mum
chaos,
jokes.
science can only document a
His
perception
internet is
of
down,
chaos
yeah.
at
He
any
said
one
that
given
today. I don't know if
moment
it's
in
still
time.
down, and he at least
I did what you
joined
said,
Adam's
Doctor.
stream by using his
They arrested me.
Which means that at any
his
given
phone
moment,
data.
we
So maybe
can
he
choose
used it
to
all
alter our
jerking off to
perception
Adam.
of
I
the
don't know.
world. No matter how much chaos that would cause.
I thought you were supposed to fix me.
I'm telling you, it's eating people.
Greg's not here
And
because he's a
you're
killer.
just
That
laughing.
makes sense.
You're insane, Doctor.
Listen to me. You're
Oh.
not listening. It's your only bloody job.
So I think the dude with glasses is Dr. Dekker. So that's all flashback material.
Doctor, you're late. And after all those promises, never mind, let's
Doctor.
not keep the patient. You're late. And
We're
after
late.
all those promises, you're late.
patients have red dots next to them. Red, keep talking to Amber, you're done. Green, you've asked everything. Alright, who are we talking to first? Oh, it's the bargain hunt. Fucking hell, yes. Yep. So we'll talk to Bryce first. We'll go through the list, top to bottom. And we'll see. So the mechanic of this game is we've got a box at the top, and we're meant to type up a question, but we'll just say a simple hello.
I'm Bryce Hemmings. You must be the new doctor. Did you know Dr. Dekker?
Well, and you can also respond. So he's asked us a question. He asked us if we knew Dr. Dekker, so simply no.
I have no knowledge of that.
Okay, so sometimes it doesn't work. They'll feed you back a very simple simple piece of information when they don't know what you're saying, because you can't just type do you think Greg did it?
Sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you get a simple feedback. Why are you here?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept
Bryce is
missing
definitely
deadlines.
sus.
I wasn't used to all the failure. I got depressed.
He doesn't know Greg, he must be innocent. You can also look at the questions history, so you can get replays. Oops.
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up.
So work seems important to him. Work?
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
He's a grave digger.
And people are dying quicker than we can bury them.
Sinister. So, uno momento, por favor. I will be right back with you.
It's intermission time, folks, so hurry, hurry, hurry. Step right over to our refreshment center for the most extravagant array of refreshment goodies ever assembled under one roof. Enjoy breathtaking, mouth-watering goodies, everything from a snack to a delicious full meal. At our refreshment center, you'll find a large variety of goodies to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, or your sweet tooth. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Visit our refreshment center now. The show starts in 10 minutes. Starts in 9 minutes.
Alright, I'm back, guys. And Pete, you still here? Because my partner's just got home very, very drunk, and she wishes to say hello to you. And very, very drunk. She's criticizing me for saying that she's very drunk, but she's now vomiting on the floor. No, she's just a bit wobbly. She's doing the little teapot pose. Anyway, we're back to Dr. Dekker. We'll ask him about grave digging.
I can't help you there.
Oh, it's when it gets stuck on the ceiling you need to start worrying. Well, yeah, at least it's on the floor, right? That's what they said. Silent return. He said that you need to worry when the vomit gets on the ceiling. Yes. What? You're remembering the name. I don't know if you heard that. She just said, I like Pete, but Silent Return's a cunt. Yeah, you're in a little bit of trouble. Not you, Pete, Silent. Alright, what are we doing in this game? Ask him why he's here. Why?
Originally, I was suffering with depression. Work was piling up. I kept missing deadlines. I wasn't used to all the failure.
I think
I got
the
depressed.
words that are italicized are words that are important.
You'd think being a gravedigger had its perks, but it can be very stressful. There's a trend
I'll tell her
going
Greg
towards
typed it.
burial rather than cremation again. And as well as running out of space, we're running out of competent gravediggers. At least ones that can use a shovel, that is. I'm not feeling anywhere near as depressed as I used to, though. Not since I got the extra hour.
Aha. So that's going to be important. He's got an extra hour. What the hell does that mean?
At midnight each day, time as you know it freezes. In my world, it just slows down to almost a stop. But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
What do you do?
An hour later, normal reality continues. It's my very own midnight hour.
Responses, question history, your notes, patience. I'm guessing, ask. You can't do anything there. Oh, you see, you can. So this gives you a drop down, apparently. I didn't know this the first time I played. So you get a drop down of questions. We won't use that. Well, no, I did not know Dr. Dekker was one of the ones. That was one of the ones I
He was
saw.
an antagonistic psycho. I hope you're
Needs
not
more or
from the
less
same
drugs.
school
We'll
of
figure it
thought.
out as we go along. So Dekker was a psycho. Main thing I think we need to ask him was does he do with the hour? We asked about that already.
At midnight each day.
Freezes.
Time as you know it
I don't know if we
freezes.
want to ask him about midnight.
In my
That's not
world, it just
italicized.
slows down to
We're definitely
almost a
relying on
stop.
hints a fair bit.
But I don't. I'm free to wander around and do as I please.
Please was
An hour
italicized.
later, normal reality
And midnight hour was
continues.
italicized.
It's my very own midnight hour.
So we should ask him about midnight and do as you please? Question mark.
In the extra hour, I mainly catch up with work. It's a godsend. Sometimes I play chess against myself.
What a
It relaxes
fucking
and
loser.
strengthens the mind all at once.
And midnight.
Is that something I should know about?
Midnight hour then?
It's a bizarre thing to know you have an extra hour every day. I rarely ever sleep until after midnight now, so I can appreciate the extra time. I get a lot of work done in that time. I'm completely caught up. The depression is no longer an
Midnight.
issue. 25
fair,
hours
cool.
is a
Good
blessing
song.
for me. But apparently, it's not real, and I'm insane for thinking it is. What do you think, Doctor?
What do we think? Do we think he's insane? Do we think it's not real? There was some questions there. I did a bit of a cheaty. I don't think you're insane. I think that the whole having an extra hour is
I thought it would be too early to make a diagnosis. But
totally
it's good
normal.
you're having a go anyway.
Yeah, you can't really tell an insane man that he's insane, right? You can't tell this guy who believes firmly he's got a midnight hour that he indeed does not have a midnight hour. What did you think of Dekker?
I didn't really like Dr. Dekker. And for quite a few
He seems very
reasons,
uneasy.
actually.
He's very, very fidgety.
I'd rather talk about my own problems for now, though, if you don't mind.
So, like Well, as a shapeshifting detective, I understand this game has multiple endings. So potentially anybody in this list is the killer. I don't know how the mechanic works again. It's something I've spoken to Silent about, and I don't think you were too sure about how it works either. There's probably it's probably split between 4, 3, 2 people, maybe. I don't know how many people it could be, but definitely somebody we're talking to is the killer. We'll go talk to Claire now. We'll talk to somebody different. Not sure how the endings work. Yeah, I haven't looked into it. I just had seen that this game has multiple endings.
My name is Claire Castleford, and as I'm paying a small fortune for these sessions, I'd expect you to be up to speed, Doctor.
Well, I'm not up to speed, so why are you here?
Well, according to your predecessor, I'm a delusional psychotic with obsessive tendencies.
Ah, so like the rest of us.
Oh, and a history of violence. Sounds so cold when you put it like that, though, doesn't it?
We've got a cat. I don't think she's going to be very happy to appear on stream, especially since her mum's kicking everything over. Cat, careful. Say hello to the people. You're alright. You smell like cat food. Ooh. She's off. Alright. I think violence is a good thing to ask her about.
To be fair, there was only one violent outburst. That hardly qualifies as a history of violence. And he provoked me.
Provoked, so that's obviously going to be a question as well.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which. David had been having an affair with his assistant optician, Iris. How predictable. Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
True. Jokey name. David?
Keep up, Doctor. David is my husband.
The cat seemed nervous. Where was it at the time of the murder? Good question. Yeah, well, that cat is a bit of a nervous cat, to be fair. I don't know where the other cat is. It's alright. Apparently we bring the other cat in to visit the stream as well. The other cat's probably the one that's more likely to commit a murder. We'll ask her about the affair.
Iris was David's assistant optician. Not anymore.
Well...
No, not like that. I didn't kill her or anything. It's just that I changed the optician into a florist after David died. Optometry was his dream, not mine.
The other one is the confident bully one.
I don't know. Sorry.
David died? Yes, shut up. Well, here's the other pussycat. She's the more confident one, the more chill one. She's the one that's be a bit more happy to be on stream. Even though I don't think she knows what a stream is. Hello. There you go. You're good. Careful. Alright. Cats are gone. We've already asked her about David. Asked her about Iris. We've asked her about their affair. Killed David. Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, it's the most obvious thing to turn into emojis when I do get affiliate. So they'll definitely need to have a cut, right? Tell me about your violent outburst.
I
should have, of course,
stabbed him with a steak knife. Shocking, isn't it?
I'm shocked. A steak knife? Why a steak knife? The other one was a small fortune.
Sorry, I don't know.
Small fortune?
Being rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
Madness of Dr. Dekker. What's the madness?
I'm in a bit of a predicament, Doctor. I'll get to that.
Well, no time like the present. Predict. Meant. Alright. I guess delusions is a good question to ask, right? Tell me about your delusions.
Delusions. As in seeing things that are not there. I'm not going to be any more specific. It's not true in any case. I'm not delusional.
Alright. I think again we'll leave her for now. We're going to Ellen. Hi.
I'm Elin. I'm
Or
25
Elin.
and I'm a nurse. God, I sound like I'm on one of those dating shows.
Line the data. Alright. Why are you here?
No, sorry.
Why are you here?
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago. I thought it would be nice to have someone I could talk to about work. It can get a bit stressful sometimes.
What? You only get what's there now. She's a journalist. There's a blind data reference. I completely missed what you just said.
I started seeing Dr. Dekker a few months ago.
Saw Dr. Dekker a few months
I thought it would be
ago.
nice to have someone I could talk to about work.
Wants to talk to somebody
It
about
can
work.
get a bit
Stressful
sometimes.
So that's what was important. Stressful.
It can be sad sometimes.
She was
I
a
don't
nurse,
like losing
right?
a patient, but that's the job. I don't get stressed about it.
You just said it was stressful, mate. Lose a patient?
I haven't really got anything to say about that. Maybe we should talk about you.
Pass. Only steps people with syringes. Well, surely that's in their job description, right? Well, that's actually a good point. She did say she was the job was stressful, and then she said it wasn't being stressed. So
It's not the job that stresses me. It's the people I work with, the other nurses.
fucking
They're mean
hell.
to me.
Nurses?
No, sorry, I don't know.
Oh, there comes the bots. I can be famous. Bye-bye. Banned. How are the other nurses,
They
man?
call me the angel of death because so many patients have died on my shift.
Big follows. Yes, I could have had big follows. Why did I ban them?
Obviously, it's not my fault. It just seems to happen that way.
We'll ask her about being the angel of death.
They're old. People die when they're old. I mean, medically speaking, it's
Nurse Shipman.
heart
Fuck's sake.
failure or organ failure or pneumonia. They're all natural causes, though.
I've got notes. I haven't actually looked at this. So we actually got notes here as well that are hints. Terry called. We need to say that to her. Terry called.
Terry's one of the other nurses at the home. I don't think she likes me very much.
Use yes and no when answering questions. If my patients seem confused. Say hello to the patient, find out what's wrong. See what they know about Dekker. Okay, we're asking about. Ask her about Dr. Dekker. Did you know Dekker?
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, can you be more specific?
Jesus, Ewan. What did you think of Dekker?
Yes, I can talk about all of that. What do you want to talk about first?
What did we want to talk about first? I don't fucking know. Did you like Dekker?
Sorry, what do you mean? I mean, can you be more specific?
Was Dekker nice?
I've known a lot of doctors over the years. Most of them arrogant idiots who think nurses are just there to do their bidding, or worse. Dr. Dekker was different. He had a lot of time for me. He was interested in my problems.
Problems? Was Dr. Dekker as old as the patients that... was Dr. Dekker old? No, we can't ask that. Let's look at the drop down. Did you like Dekker? I thought we tried to ask that.
He was a bit offbeat, but yeah, I liked him. But then I like most people.
Okay, that's fascinating. How many patients died?
I don't know. I feel like I'm the weakest link or something.
She really likes her game shows. Everyone knows she knows it's done. We're next. Well, we can determine that she's a nurse at an elderly
I work in a nursing home
yeah.
for the elderly. I basically do end-of-life care.
Let's look at the drop down again. We've already asked that.
3 last month. 3 the month before that, I think. But only 1 so far this month, so that's good. Although one of my patients, Hilda, I don't think she's got long.
So far, yeah. Well, I don't know what time of the month it's meant to be in the game.
She's one of the crotchety ones. Always swearing and spitting at me. The usual things. Making sure the patients are comfortable. Making sure they're not in any pain.
Drugs.
And I talk to them. I keep them company. Some of them get pretty frightened about what's coming. Well, those of them that aren't out of it on meds.
Yeah, there we go. Drugs.
I comfort them.
Comfort them with drugs.
I don't like it when patients are heavily sedated, especially when there are alternatives, like herbal remedies. I mean, imagine if you only had a few days or weeks left to live. Would you want to spend it asleep?
I mean, that'd be a better herbal remedy if that's what she means. I think she means like teas and shit like that.
I'm a qualified herbalist.
Yeah.
It's okay, you can
Bet
laugh.
you are.
Most people think herbalism is a joke. But I'd much rather help my patients sleep at night with valerian or passion flower than lorazepam, temazepam, or zolpidem.
You're just making those up. Tea filled with cyanide. You can answer yes or no. I'd perfectly like to sleep for
I
it.
wouldn't. I'd want to see every sunrise and every sunset. I'd want to feel every breath. Everything gets more vivid near death.
And how do you know that? Vivid near death?
I'm really bad at this, aren't I? Ask me something else.
So again, that's what pops up when you're asking something that they don't actually know about, or the game doesn't understand what you're trying to ask.
I'm not really looking for love at the moment. I'm sort of married to my work, but in a good way.
In a good way. Alright, we're going to move on to Mariana. And we're going to take a look at our notes. Anything in there about her? No. Hi.
I'm Mariana. Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I am feeling okay.
That's what Dr. Dekker would say.
Why are you here? Yeah, another familiar face. She was in Shapeshifting Detective and Pine Monroe.
I think you're supposed to tell me what's wrong with me. Isn't that how it works? The police
That wasn't what I was
keep
asking.
picking me up for public nudity.
Police?
I think they think I'm a naturist or something. They picked me up 5 times in the last month.
5 times?
That's not really helping with my blackouts.
I'm guessing she didn't know what that meant. Public nudity? Question mark.
I black out. And then the next thing I remember, I'm naked on the beach. Like I've been washed up on shore. Nobody's pressed charges yet, but I can feel it. The
Feel
police are
what?
getting suspicious.
I guess we should ask about the blackouts, right? Mariana has blackouts. Does she remember anything during sustaining injuries? We'll ask about the blackouts directly first.
I do suffer from blackouts, which is strange as I can hold my breath for a really long time. But I'm not swimming before I black out.
Don't know why you mentioned
Dr.
holding your
Dekker
breath.
thought it was anxiety originally. Then he worked it out.
Worked what out? What did... The notes flash occasionally, but there doesn't seem to be anything new there. Dekker figure out.
Dr. Dekker was fine.
It's just understood the Dr.
He had
Dekker
good
part.
relationships with his patients as far as I know. I'm not sure why anyone would want him dead.
Do you have any injuries?
No, nothing like that. I usually wake up on my side like I've been sleeping.
Skip maybe, but not a beach.
Sometimes I'm
Well, maybe
partially
try a beach
covered
next
by
time.
seaweed.
Swimming? If she's covered in seaweed, maybe.
I'm a great swimmer. I won all these medals at school. I can hold my breath a really long time. Too long, really.
I think we should ask her about that.
I have no idea about that.
Hold your breath?
I don't know.
Why are we phrasing it wrong? Let's take another look. Oh, that's what I tried to ask before, so we'll go for that
He eventually
one.
decided it wasn't anxiety, but I'm not going to tell you his final diagnosis.
Rude.
We should have a fresh start. I don't want you influenced by the prognosis.
Just deliberately being obtuse. That's a bit of a leading question, but we'll ask her
I
about
work
the
for
beach.
myself. I make bracelets from things I find on the beach and sell them online. I spend a lot of time at the beach. It's just way more relaxing than anywhere else. You should come with me one day. I can show you all the sights.
Sights?
I don't know about that.
What sights are on the beach? Let's look at the drop down again. Ask her about
Dr.
anxiety.
Dekker thought I had generalized anxiety disorder. GAD, because of the blackouts. He thought I was breathing badly.
She's bringing up the breathing a fair
I'm
bit.
breathing badly?
No, you are not breathing badly.
You can check my breathing if you want. Do you want me to lie down? Can you tell just by looking at me? I'm not worried about it, just if you
We're not
are.
worried. Depending on what beach it is, I'm not sure what to breathe. True. I make my bracelets out of used syringes.
I'm not sure holding my breath too long is causing blackouts. I mean, it could,
but I don't remember ever having a blackout when I'm holding my breath.
The other question says, does she remember anything during? Do you remember during blackouts?
By blackout, I mean I don't really remember anything from the time I black out. I'm lucky to be alive, I guess.
So she doesn't remember anything. What are you doing before you black out?
I normally black out when I'm dancing. I like dancing. Do you like dancing?
Dancing sucks.
No.
No, I do not like dancing.
Dancing is good for you in so many ways. Just turn the music up, close your eyes, and let yourself go. You should try it sometime.
Fine. We're going to talk to Nathan for a bit now as well. Meet all our new friends. Hi.
I'm Nathan Peel. I'm a supermarket worker.
Yeah, fair
from,
point.
Well,
she's not promoting
really.
dancing very well. Why are you here?
It's like those montages you get in movies. Time passes, you wake up, shave, if you feel like it, shower, get dressed. What's the point? You get this day over and over. Nothing changes. Am I in purgatory, Doctor?
I guess there's a few things there. Nothing changes.
Sometimes it looks different. Sometimes the bird song will change, or the weather will be less bleak. Or that person who nodded at you yesterday doesn't do it today. But it doesn't usually change. You need a tragic event for change. Like a murder.
Okay. Murder?
Dr. Dekker's murder was sudden. Brutal. It's terrible. But Doctor, 2 weeks. 2 weeks I had of rolling days. No do-overs. No Monday. I wouldn't kill anyone,
Monday.
I'd have to keep doing it, wouldn't I? Few things seem to move me forward.
Move you. Where is Greg?
To move forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound. Like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that...
Oops, I just skipped what he said. Can we replay
To move
that?
forward, I really have to see something that feels like it can't be rewound. Like a death or some other tragedy. It's not enough to hear it or read it. I've got to see it. I suppose from that point of view, it looks like I'm in control of things. I'm not in control, Doctor. Look at me. I'm broken. You need to help me.
He's a bit dramatic.
Sorry. Got nothing.
If he needs a tragedy to move forward, but had successive dates, 2 weeks of seeing Dr. Dekker, I wonder what a tragedy was. I think it was Dr. Dekker dying, but we can ask him about tragic events.
I didn't see the driver. It was my fault. I pulled out, and the lorry just rammed me. Well, Hannah. She was sat next to me. I was in shock, obviously. And when I came to, she was so close to me. It was like she was trying to hug me. But it wasn't right. Not natural.
It's not natural.
Metal pushing through her. That was 5 years ago.
So he's been stuck in a loop for 5 years. Why can't I type 5 years?
I was fine for quite a while after the accident. Well, being treated for depression.
As you do.
I thought I was cured. It was only recently after meeting Dr. Dekker that I had a strange deja vu.
So Dekker caused it then?
I'm exhausted. Doctor, is our time up?
No. We have plenty of time left. I guess, yeah. Hannah?
My fiancée, my childhood sweetheart. We met at secondary school. She was head girl, I was the quiet one. She liked computer games, so I instantly fell for her.
What?
I proposed in Goldshire. She said she didn't date elves, so I leveled up to a human necromancer and asked again.
Is this World of Warcraft?
It's Warcraft?
Yeah, there we go.
We spent a lot of time on there.
Are we actually going to have to ask him about Warcraft?
We played World of Warcraft a lot together. I guess it's not the cool thing to do anymore. But we had a lot of memories there. To be honest, it reminds me a lot of life now. The same thing over and over again. Bring me X bunnies to make a stew. Y badger teeth. Rinse, repeat.
That's a great summary of
life.
Warcraft. Grinding.
I'm not really fit for work anymore.
That's
I
right,
work
he
in
works in a
produce at the
supermarket.
local supermarket. That mainly involves lifting heavy crates of fruit and veg into place for people to buy, and doing that over and over again. My muscles don't seem to have grown much. I think that maybe I'm not aging. When the day resets, I just reset with it. I used to be a builder.
How's going to feel about the... I think that might be a bit too deep for this game. Are you here because of an accident? Well, the car accident, I assume. We do need to ask everybody about what they thought about Dr. Dekker, though.
I spent a lot of time with him, but he won't remember it that way.
Because your days keep repeating it, right? Days. Why won't he remember?
As far as Dr. Dekker was concerned, we had Monday, then moved on to Tuesday. But me, I had Monday 5, 10, 50 times before I got to Tuesday.
So he has to spark a tragic event to move on to a day. Well, we already
watched that Bill
established
Murray
that.
film, Groundhog Day, to see if there's any clues. To see if there's any clues. That's how bad it's gotten. I'm looking for a cure in a Hollywood movie.
Good places in it.
Can you help me, Doctor?
Achievement unlocked century. We yes, I can help you.
I don't know how, but thank you, Doctor. This is our first time around, and I trust you.
So, this is the first Monday that he's experienced with us. Why was Dr.
the conflict that Dr. Dekker was going through? Let's just say you might look back on your life.
Well, he's at least
think
not.
There's nothing you would have done differently. No
He's not as twitchy as the other ones, right? Particularly the first dude.
What to do with himself.
The extra hour guy. We'll go back to Bryce.
Dr. Dekker would say one thing and do another. He would push me to do things I didn't want to do. He was getting worse towards the end. I'm surprised he didn't kill himself.
Why would he kill himself?
He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself.
Why wasn't he a good man?
Perhaps he couldn't. That doesn't...
Okay. Again, that's...
Henley Church, where I work, is located on an old Norman Motte and Bailey. You can't use mechanical
What did he make him do? Did he say he made him do something?
Destroy a relic. He wasn't a good man. I don't know how he could live with himself. I might have missed something. Perhaps he couldn't.
Oh. What did he make you do? I missed it.
I know you're asking questions to try and get a bearing, but I'd rather not talk about that now. Let's just enjoy the getting to know you phase before the ugliness kicks in.
What a nice guy. I don't know what these Where did relics come into it?
Henley Church is relatively small. Well, for the number of bodies they expect us to pack into the ground, it's relatively
I missed that.
small.
I
The whole
wasn't paying enough
building was
attention.
once owned by Scientologists, but they handed it back to the community as a tax break, I believe. Or they'd finished doing whatever it was they wanted to do with
So I
it.
presume the church is the one he works at. We'll do the drop down. That's an interesting question. We're asking if he believes in
I'm not
Scientology.
sure I believe in any religion anymore. I used to believe in God, not anymore. There are too many religions to pick from, don't you think?
I will agree with that. Yes, there are too many.
Then we agree.
Oh,
Have you watched Zeitgeist?
I don't want to get into
Some
that.
of it is believable, and the part about most religions stemming from the same basic facts. It's more likely they've all got it wrong than one of them has got it right.
That's a callback.
I stumbled across a relic myself, an ancient chess piece, a queen, I believe. The best chess piece, the most freedom
Welcome
of
back,
movement.
Ewan.
But they
Was
took
it
it
the
away
same
immediately
mobile
and
network
proclaimed the
dickheads
whole
that
east side of Henley Church a protected
messed up
site of
Greg?
archaeological importance, which means we're not allowed to use it until the archaeologists have finished. I wish I hadn't told anyone.
Who did you tell?
That's meaningless to me.
Let's look at the drop down. Do you like chess?
I like
He did say he liked
chess.
playing chess with
I
himself.
still play sometimes when I can find an opponent. There's nothing more satisfying than planning scores of moves in advance and then watching things unfold as you saw them. I shouldn't have told anyone about the Queen.
I need to learn more about this queen. What about the... I know he means that people dug up stuff. But he's seemingly protective about the queen, it sounds like.
I do like to be in control, but then I suppose most people do. Nobody wants life to carry them along helplessly. Everyone wants to kick against it and make their own way. Do you like to be in control, Doctor?
I'm going to just choose no.
Dr. Dekker was very controlling, but he unraveled at the end.
Maybe he's a knight.
Watch out for that, Doctor.
Well, we're not going to unravel. What's in your notes? Anything for you? Verbal mirroring? Yeah, so that's just sort of Why shouldn't he be here? Yeah, it's one way. How mental is she that she has a lake and a lake house? Well, yeah, she mentioned something about having a lot of money. How much money do you have? Small fortune, yes, she's really brought up small
Being
fortune.
rich has its perks, but honestly, I would give it all up in a heartbeat if it could free me from this madness.
I guess we could ask about the madness. The madness of Dr. Dekker.
He's lucky to be alive. He almost died.
I thought she said he did die.
My husband is not a well man. We've been having problems for a while now.
No kidding, you stabbed him.
I should have divorced him. I wish I had. So much could have been avoided. My husband is not well.
Not well?
His health, if you can call it that, has been deteriorating rapidly in the last few weeks. I can't cope with caring for him anymore.
Her accent just changed then. Caring for him?
David has trouble looking after himself.
Hey.
Sometimes I'll leave the lake house and he's just sitting in the rocking chair on the porch. And when I return the next evening, he's still there, just staring into the stars. He needs help, I know, but I can't hire anybody to care for him.
What did she say there? Caring for him, not well.
His health.
Let's ask her about his health.
Since our altercation, he's become less and less active.
Well, you stabbed him.
His
I
mind's
don't know
become less and less active
why.
too. Such a delightful conversationalist at one time, now more of an enigmatic husk.
I don't know how active you could be when you're dead.
Since our...
We already know what the altercation was. He cheated on you, you stabbed him.
I tried to hurt David once.
We know.
That's why I'm here, isn't it?
Yes.
I'm not proud of my behavior, but I was very angry. It was a private matter, though. The police should never have been involved.
Zombie or dead, yeah. She also mentioned she has hallucinations, I think it was, or something like that. She's just keeping it a corpse at the... Well, we're not sure of that either.
I never used to get angry. Ever. If you're angry, you're not in control. Isn't that right? And it would be very bad for me to lose control.
So we need to ask you about control.
I don't know anything about that.
Lose control?
Let's save that for another time, shall we?
Another time. Well,
I'm rich, but I'm not made of money. And
you
I'm
own a
fairly
lake.
sure my time is up.
So she thinks your time's up. This is clear that we haven't finished her questions. If they turn yellow, so this is one of the mechanics of the game. If they turn yellow, we found the main things for this day. But red, we need to keep questioning them.
The most
We even asked her
shocking
about
thing
Dekker
about
yet.
Dr. Dekker's death is that it didn't
And I'm
bring it
well.
upon himself.
I'm going well. We're playing Dr.
But then
Dekker.
I've known him for a
We're
very long
trying to solve a
time.
murder.
Perhaps I was wrong about him.
A lock would be cheaper. Well, we'll give her that advice next time.
You think my dancing causes my blackouts?
Your
No, I know
dancing?
it's the last thing I remember, but I don't think it's that.
It's definitely the
Sometimes
dancing.
I remember
Dancing
more,
is
but
knocking you out cold.
I'm tired now. Is that it for today?
No, we need more.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those entire evenings. Can you suggest anything that might help?
Oi, Dix, stop fighting. I don't think we can suggest anything. That's such a good point. Has she tried to film me blackouts? Just stop having blackouts.
lots
It's
of
exactly as
things.
simple as that.
But it's not so easy to do when you're blacked out.
Another achievement unlocked, House Officer. I don't know what that means, but we unlocked it. Can someone watch you when you black
Will
out?
you do it for me? Will you watch me to see what happens?
What's in the notes? Perhaps Mariana should stop going to the beach, or have some watch her or record her. Yes, I will watch you. That's crossing some sort of patient psychologist line, surely.
So, it's a date then?
It's not a date.
I'll let you know when.
It's just trying to figure out where the fuck you go when you black out.
Well, that's why you're here, isn't it? You've replaced him. He was a good listener. I hope you are.
Oh, we'll see if we can say stop going to the beach. Stop going to the beach.
I love the beach. Until somebody tells me it's gonna kill me, I'll keep going. Have you ever been addicted to something, Doctor?
Yes, I have been addicted. I'm addicted to couches.
I thought so when I first saw you. We should get on great.
Get on top notch, matey. Why was he good
Dr.
listener?
Dekker could really get inside you. It was, unsettling. But you let him do it. Part of the process, I guess.
That was... yeah, I think that heavily implied she was sleeping with him.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
I think that... Well, how much do you drink? I think they're
That
heavily
doesn't mean
implied it there.
anything to me.
Vodka shots?
I don't drink.
You just said you did vodka shots. Are you flirting with me is one of the options now. I was curious about the vodka shots more than anything. How many vodka shots?
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most of the nightclubs
Could I ask you about the
around here.
nightclubs?
My favorite is the Pearl because they
It's
sell
gonna be a real
cheap
bust when you
vodka
find the
shots all
database.
night.
Yes, there's gonna be a plot twist. The Pearl.
The Pearl is great because the people are so relaxed. I think
Yeah.
that's got a lot to do with the cheap
I've been a
vodka
terrible
shots,
listener so far
or
in this game.
maybe it's just the black lighting.
She keeps bringing
Who
up vodka
knows?
shots despite saying she doesn't drink.
I dance a lot at nightclubs. I know most
Most
of the nightclubs around here. My favorite is the Pearl because they sell cheap vodka shots all night.
Night clubs.
Nope.
Shots.
I don't have an...
Vodka. Do you drink?
That doesn't...
Alright. We'll try to figure out a way with that first. Well, eventually. There's obviously something, there's some way we're meant to phrase it that the game will understand. She did bring up...
people see me and call the police. That someone will take offense eventually, and I'll be charged with indecent exposure.
Yeah, she did bring up she was fearful of being charged for waking up naked all the time. As you
When
hear,
I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I get baked quickly by the sun. It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
I don't think so. Though you were covered in seaweed, so maybe?
I hold my breath when I'm swimming underwater. Most people do.
I don't.
Sometimes, if I'm really excited, I'll hold my breath accidentally, just for a few seconds. I don't know why.
Are you excited?
I don't... Wow.
We'll ask
Let's
her.
get
We'll
straight
ask
to
her.
it then. I'm not sure I feel comfortable speaking with you about that at the moment.
It doesn't make sense, but okay. She swims, but she doesn't swim. She likes cheap vodka, but doesn't drink. It's like a riddle. Yeah, she's definitely the most confusing patient. Actually, that's a good
I
question.
never find my clothes.
Does
I
she
don't
does
know
she
why I'm
find her
naked.
clothes? But yeah, apparently not. The notes fingers flashing up again. Marianne's been for a lot. I wonder how it makes her feel. Well, yeah.
Like you're not listening.
What? Pardon? No, I can ask that. Are you on medication?
Nope. Don't.
Medication?
No.
No. But at least we can't ask that at the moment.
I've been a patient here for 3 months. Today is my patient birthday. Do I get a cake or something?
Yeah, sure. Yes, you get a cake.
That is so sweet. Thank you, doctor.
That's weirder than the lack of medication. Perhaps you should ask someone else a question. What is the other question here?
When I wake up, my hair is dry, but it's pretty hot at the moment. I
You
get
can't
baked
prescribe meds that I
quickly by the
know
sun.
of.
It's possible I've been in the sea during my blackout.
Being in the sea.
Sometimes I go swimming in the sea. I don't always black out.
That wasn't that interesting. She sometimes swims. She doesn't always black out. See, this one's still got one of the asterisks next to it. We are clearly meant to ask about the booze.
I want to stop having the blackouts. I want to stop waking up at the beach. I want to remember those.
What do you want to remember? I know she wants to remember the evenings, but well, can't ask that. Okay, we'll ask about a necklace. Necklace?
I have.
What is your necklace?
That's not really helping with my blackout.
At least at the moment we can't ask about the necklace. I think stuff opens up as the game goes along. Again, it could just be the way we're asking it as well. Once they go green, we've actually asked them everything possible. But currently we've only got yellow and Nathan's still in red.
He was like a kid in a sweet shop. He had so many options, he didn't know what to do. I suppose if you take too long picking, all your options run away.
Let's look at the question list.
Because I'm stuck between this day and the next. Most of the time, anyway. I've been shrunk for that already. If I had that day again, I wouldn't make the same mistake.
What's the mistake?
Hannah would still be alive. We'd probably have a family by now.
Filthy?
I haven't had any relationships since then. No, I can't move backwards any more than a day. I don't really seem to control it. It's generally always on. I have to try and change something to move forward.
You don't think you're aging, so we can ask that.
Kidding.
Okay, I actually believed him for a
If you spent a
second.
whole day at the gym and then repeat that day and not go, you'd have achieved nothing.
Well, I didn't believe he was 57. I believed he
Most of my days are blur.
believed he was 57.
I'm not sure if it's the sleeping tablets I'm on or just how I've learned to switch off.
Definitely should ask him about sleeping tablets.
I'm on temazepam. Dr. Dekker prescribed them for me. He thought I would sleep through to a whole new day. I didn't.
Mm-hmm. So all of these say we should ask somebody else a question. We haven't got the ability to tick over yet. Oh,
Death is frightening, isn't it?
why are your patients frightened?
Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
Okay.
I'd been seeing him for about 9 months, I think.
You think?
Death is frightening.
Patients alone? I don't know. There's something in the why
Death
your
is
patients
frightening,
frightened.
isn't it? Isn't it what everyone's afraid of? The great unknown. No one should have to face that alone.
There's something about them being alone, I believe, should be a question as
I
well.
think it's terrible what happened to him. So awful. No one deserves to die like that.
Die like that? How did he die? How did Dekker die?
The police seem to think I'm dangerous. I'm only sitting here talking to you because I have a lot of money. Otherwise, there's no doubt I'd be thrown into prison for a very long time. That's why I need your help, Doctor.
What help do you need?
I need you to believe me.
Believe you what?
That's why I'm paying for these sessions. Everyone else thinks I'm crazy and dangerous. Everyone else thinks I've lost my mind. I assume they think I'm dangerous because I stabbed my husband.
That's a fair guess. When they last saw Dr. Dekker, fair point. When did you last see Dekker? It doesn't let you either. I think, again, that might trip for other people, so I will try everyone that question.
I suppose after what I did, there are people that might think I belonged in prison.
Well, you stabbed
what
your
do you
husband.
think, Doctor? Can I be saved with therapy, or should I be locked up like a dangerous criminal?
You had to phrase it like that. I think people
you have a lot
can
of
be
faith
redeemed.
in your abilities.
I wasn't
good.
saying my
I
therapy.
look forward to being completely cured.
I don't know necessarily if you can be cured or anything like that, but yeah.
Dr. Dekker just had that look about him. You know what they say about us crazies. Takes one to know one. The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker...
Bring it upon himself. Bring it upon himself. There was that.
The most shocking thing about Dr. Dekker's death is that he didn't bring it upon himself. But then I hadn't known him for a very long time. Perhaps I was wrong about him.
Do you think you're crazy? Well, she just said...
They think I'm seeing things, making things up. I don't want to talk about it.
Seeing things?
Yes, Dr. Dekker did think I was delusional when he first met me. He
Like
changed his mind after getting to know me better, as I hope he will too.
She did say, takes one to know one, so she does think she's crazy, ironically.
I've known a lot of...
Oopsie. What do you see? I think,
Sorry, Doctor, I can't...
I think we've tried to ask that before, and I haven't figured out how to ask her that either. We potentially might have to rely on hints at some point, because oh, we can continue next day. Yeah, we can go to the next chapter now. I've just literally just noticed that. I'm going to take a quick look at these notes, these questions. I know most of them only have the one asterisk, if any. Asterisk, rather. If there are any doubles, I'll definitely investigate those. But otherwise, I'm probably quite happy to go to the next chapter. Yeah, I can't think of anything we haven't asked about either. So if there was anything that was a double, which is a bit of more of a serious question. So we need to ask her about stabbed. We need to ask her about her violent outburst. Stabbed? Yeah, it's not that. This is too long. Where was that question? Where did you stab your husband? No.
It was a brief moment of temporary...
Brief moment?
I'm going to have to plead ignorance on that one.
No, it's not that.
It was a brief moment of temporary insanity. Or temporary clarity, I'm not really sure which.
Guess you could ask about
David had been having
insanity.
an affair with his
We've
assistant
asked her about
Iris.
the affair. We've asked her about the assistant.
Not just the affair, but an optician named Iris.
Insanity?
Who's to say who is sane or insane? We all see the world differently, don't we?
Well, you're at a doctor. We're at a psychologist, of all things. Okay,
I'm Elin. I'm 25 and...
I'm going to talk to Elin just for a bit, because also her high. Maybe temporality would be better, as implies she has a motive and was a rational choice. I can ask her that as well. No. We're just going to go to the next day.
Oh, Doctor, glad I caught you. I thought you might want to hear what Ben had to say.
She caught her.
Catch up?
Ben? Who's Ben?
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in. Anyway, he said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
Body?
Yes. Ben found Dr. Dekker's body on Valentine's night in his office. In your office.
Did you clean the office? Dr. Dekker. Mike knocks the clock. There's a good reference. Dr. Dekker was killed on Valentine's Day. I should ask my patients. So yeah, we can now ask our patients about where they were that day, and I guess probably ask when they last saw Dekker as well.
Yes, you know, the 14th of February, the day of love. Or remembering a massacre. Whichever's more you.
I enjoyed that. Yeah. Who has Ben? That's what we were trying to ask before.
Didn't you know? Ben's one of the night shift cleaners. I'm sure he's got some tales he could tell. I'm not sure Ben will be coming...
So he found the body. Finding the body.
I'm not sure Ben will be coming in for a while. He's still pretty shook up about finding the body. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often in the line of work he's in.
I can ask about
Anyway,
the line of work.
He said he found the body at exactly 20 minutes past 10. For some reason, the first thing he did was look at his watch. That's all he'd say before he'd shut down. The police weren't very talkative either.
line of work. I don't know. We're missing something there. I don't know what it is. I guess
The
it's
police
police.
wanted to know what I was doing Valentine's night, you know, when the body was found. I was at
What were you doing?
home, all on my lonesome. So I guess that makes me a suspect.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think the police want you to make a short list of suspects, or maybe even find the killer. You're seeing all the patients that were on the books when he was killed. There was no forced entry, so they think it might be someone he knew, or someone who had access to the office. Yeah, like little old me.
Definitely sus.
Do you think I'm a suspect, Doctor?
Yeah. Yes, I think you're a suspect.
Oh, well, I wasn't expecting that. I suppose everyone's a suspect at the moment, even you. They did mention I needed grief counselling, though, and I said you'd sort me out. I know you didn't agree, but I thought I'd let you know. That's very kind of you.
Yeah, very, very kind of me. We can apparently continue. Now we've got a few more questions. How well
I
did you know
wouldn't say
Dekker?
we were best friends, but we did spend a lot of time together. There's only two of us
You
that
weren't
work
best
here.
friends?
I'm sure we'll become friends too, Doctor. Just try not to get murdered.
Is that a threat?
Sorry.
I wanted to see if that was an actual question. So the only thing that was left is on this list is the body.
Yes. Ben
We've
found
already asked
Dr.
about
Dekker's
Valentine's
body
night.
on Valentine's night in his office.
I guess the office.
In your office.
Office is the only thing we've got left to ask about.
I don't know what Dr. Dekker was doing here, and my services weren't required that evening. He'd often stay late though, so it wasn't that unusual.
It's not unusual. We can continue. We've asked everything.
I'm having a loop day.
You're having a loop day, you say. I can only ask... Oh.
It's a do-over day. You won't remember. What's the name of your assistant again?
Oh, shit. Jana? Jenga? Oh, no. Jaya.
You didn't know that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
World of Warcraft. Did he meet her on World of Warcraft, or did they just hang out there? Warcraft.
No. No, we played that game together, but we didn't meet in it.
Where did they meet? Silent, do you remember? Or anybody else in chat? I can cheat.
Well done, Doctor. Yeah, we met at secondary. Wouldn't it be funny if my day loops if you fail to get a question right?
Hilarious. Fail.
I'm not sure that's the answer I'm looking for.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
I
I'll go
suppose
with
it's
that.
funny for you. You won't remember. Anyway, I think I'll probably head home. This isn't helping.
That's dramatic. Alright, so we've apparently done all we can do there. We said it's funny, you get pissed off and pissed off.
I'm having a loop day.
Brilliant.
It's a do-over day. You won't remember.
So we
What's
actually
the
have
name
to
of your assistant
say,
again?
no, we don't find it funny. Jay or his assistant?
I suppose you did remember that yesterday. Can you remember where I met Hannah?
You met her at school.
Yeah, at secondary school. It's been fun, but I've got a pill.
Alright. What does this pill do?
Dr. Dekker gave me this pill. He told me if I took it, I'd never have another loop day. It's got a small skull and crossbones on it. Should I take the tablet, Doctor?
Dramatic. How about no?
You're cool. I don't think this is getting us anywhere, though. I'll see you tomorrow. Again.
Fuck's sake. So we were meant to tell him take the pill, I'm guessing.
I'm having a loop day.
Yeah, we know. We're having a loop day too.
It's a do-over.
Our assistant is Jaya. You met your girlfriend at school.
I never mentioned a pill this time, or a tablet. What the hell is going on here? Are you reliving my days?
Guess we're stuck in this together.
Something somewhere has changed since you arrived. Like some kind of sim theory.
Sim theory?
It's a thing. Some professor believes we could be living inside
He said loop
a
days.
computer
So
simulation.
this
And
guy,
someone's controlling us.
I can't
And
remember
there are
his
millions
name.
of these sims. And someone somewhere behind a keyboard is just causing havoc. I'm starting to think you have that keyboard, Doctor.
Whoa.
Don't answer that. I don't want to know.
This guy believes that he repeats the same day over and over unless something significant enough triggers the day to continue on. And he said that normally it's traumatic events. In one case, it was the death of his partner. Now, the death of Dr. Dekker. But yeah, there's some sort of event that will trigger it to move on.
At midnight each day.
On
We're going to give this
Valentine's
some
night,
free
Times you know it freezes.
20 minutes past 10.
Keep up, Doctor.
Thinks we're going to smother her in her sleep.
I'm a grave digger, Doctor.
I'll
I
go
was
over
at
each
home.
character.
David is my husband.
All on my lonesome.
Stabbed him with a steak knife.
Nothing changes.
I'm a qualified angel of death.
When I'm dancing,
You get this day over and over.
Hilda,
I black
I
out,
don't think she's got long.
And Laurie just...
naked on the beach.
Hannah.
Is that it for today?
So it just kind of gave a sort of weird recap. I'll go for each character when we get to that point. Act 2, Valentine's Day. It's not actually Valentine's Day. I'm just guessing that's what we're going to be asking questions about.
Deja vu.
Loop Day.
Are you sitting in exactly the same place I left you last night? Oh, that's where it all starts, Doctor. Anyway, do you think you can fit me in today? Looking at the diary, it's just the usual suspects, and you must be getting sick of them already.
Oh, Greg.
I've got this for you,
Fucking hell.
too. It's some
You
more
turned
footage
up after
from
all.
Professor Alderby that was hiding away.
How you going, Greg?
Well, come find me if you need anything.
Will do. How you going, Greg? So, I don't know who Lacey is. These people are new. Lacey and Jasmine are new. So, Bryce... this is Bryce. He is a gravedigger, and he believes that when the clock hits midnight, time slows down for him to the point where he gets an additional hour. It doesn't slow down for anybody else, but it slows down for him. Claire, I think, is... Claire stabbed her husband after she found out he had an affair. She also said that she sees things, and one point I'm pretty sure she mentioned her husband's dead, but also mentioned he's alive. I'm not too certain what's going on there. Hey, Groovy. Yeah, Greg's late. Ellen, she said she's stressed with her colleagues because they bully her, because every patient she works with dies. She does work in an old folk home. Oh, Groovy Panda. What a change. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, she stays with old folks and they all die and her colleagues bully her. Mariana will pass out. You figured it out. Mariana passes out regularly and wakes up on the beach naked regularly and does not know how she gets there, or she blacks out and then wakes up naked on the beach. She normally passes out when she's dancing in a nightclub. And Nathan, as you saw before, has loop days, and they only get re-triggered or moves on to the next day after a traumatic event. But these two people are new, so we'll introduce ourselves. Hi.
I'm Lacey Hendricks.
So you don't know about me then?
I do not. Why is he going to be waiting? What's happened to Carly? Why are you here?
That's not really a question I can answer.
Why not?
I suppose I could tell you, but I don't have all the gossip.
It's going to fuck with you. That's why he's doing it, Greg. Though. I think that's the bigger intent. Yeah, you're saying your internet's down. Have you figured out why it's gone down? We're needing to ask everybody about where they were on Valentine's Day night because that's when Dr. Dekker was murdered.
Where to start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered. 80,
Yeah and no.
And they diversion burgled
Oh, you don't know why it's playing up.
But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
They?
So I started a neighbourhood watch. Keep asking. It was me and Agnes. Everyone else thought we were overreacting.
So, is it actually fully down, or?
That's up to them, living in their bubbles. But Agnes...
You don't know tape either to explain why? What does that even mean? I can't decipher your phrasing there.
She went missing, and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
Come on, detective. Oh, you mean you've got no tape either to explain why? Not, I don't know tape either. I get you. Earlier on, at the starting of the game, and you missed it, and I don't know when he'll come into it, it's got the guy who headed the cult in contradiction. No, you're good. I know what you meant. I figured it out. I'm a great detective. But the guy, not the father, but the other guy, who drank whiskey nonstop, he's in this game, so I'm looking forward to seeing him.
I was at Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight. For us less fortunates without a love in their life.
So she's a widow.
Do you have someone, Doctor? Do you have a love in your life?
Well, I mean... Oh yes, you did have a joke, Jamie, and I was looking forward to it. And now that he's here, well, I mean, we can also say that that's love. That's the person we have in our life.
You never know who's going to come knocking on your door.
Greg's going to come knocking on your door. Church until midnight. I don't know. I don't know why. Why you'd be at a church until midnight.
It killed them. It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed, door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone
Fucking hell, Jamie. How long did it take you to come up with that one?
But she said she was selling double glazing.
That's why I enjoy it, because it is such a bad mum joke. Well, I mean...
Don't know.
She just won't answer that. She didn't necessarily say when she started church either. We can look at that. I should ask Lacey about Neighborhood Watch. We've already asked her.
It killed them. It looks normal
I
enough.
have hit 50 followers. I don't know if that will remain consistent.
I know because I heard my other
People seem to
neighbours shout
follow
at her.
and
No
then
Jehovah's.
unfollow very rapidly.
They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah.
But I've hit the 50 followers, so I can start charging you ridiculous amounts to wipe chili on my balls. I don't know.
Normal enough.
I don't know what I'm going to do for any of it yet. I haven't figured it out.
Door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's. They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was...
Double glazing. I'll ask about that.
I don't know. I didn't answer the door.
But yeah, 50 followers. It's finally got there.
Her go to Agnes's.
Took me a long time.
Poor Agnes.
Affiliate gang.
Let her right into her
Yo. That's how they do gang signs and stuff, right? Alright, I'm bored of her at the moment. We're going to talk to the other new girl. Hi.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often.
What
happened to Dr. Dekker?
She was the girl that was in Poe and Monroe, the French girl, who was the one that kidnapped the guy. Just like that? Oh, you mean the gang signs? Yeah, like that. It's the badass in me.
When you see a painting, it stands still. When I see one, it's moving, like a mini film, like
No, he's
little
still
lines.
on his
But when there's a
mobile data.
in the painting,
Person?
they watch me, normally disapprovingly.
See, at least this one's a bit more normal crazy. I don't know if that's the right way to say it. But like that's sort of a bit more of a general sort of paranoia or even depression that you think people are judging you. We don't want to just go and say,
Oh. When? How? Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
Well, welcome back, Ewan. Welcome back. Good to see you. And yeah, since Greg's here, let's do a good old fashioned Greg in the chat.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
So the only way to welcome Greg truly into any chat room is, yeah. Well, there's something a bit more relatable to somebody thinking, I mean, it's a bit weird that it's paintings, but somebody thinking paintings are judging them to somebody who believes they have an extra hour in the day or live in loop days. Even you join in. That's how we say hello to Greg. He really enjoys it when we do it. He really enjoys it. He really appreciates the Greg ... And you got the golden poops, the golden poops.
Ouch.
I don't know. Did we know
Didn't really
Dick
know
was
him
stabbed?
that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
I can't see you. Achievement unlocked. Curious. I don't know who started the Greg ... but it took place. So Greg's a streamer as well, and give him a follow, because this will be the only time I say something nice about Greg. I really enjoy Greg's streams, but he will fuck up a lot in his games, and we like nothing more than to call him out on it. And normally it's just a simple Greg ... and that seems to bug him a lot. What am I lying about? Particularly when you first started, you fucked up a lot. But with the last 2 episodes of Walking Dead as well, there was a sweet period where you were fine, and you can't fucking deny this. There was a period of like maybe 5 streams tops where you're doing decent. But then you dove into the habits because you died like 6 times, and I bet for you that you'd get under 4 deaths in the last playthrough of Walking Dead, and I regretted it very quickly.
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work.
Mainly
I
it
did
was a
not
collection
dream
of
that. That'd be
giant
very, very
hearts
tragic.
sat on things, but I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic.
Well, she met Bryce.
I couldn't get rid of him until I finished work at 11. There's actually another guy who takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce, though. Providence is open 24 hours.
So Bryce has an alibi, at least if what she's saying is true. So Jasmine and Bryce are presumably in the clear. And yeah, you're in good company when it comes to people who are terrible at games, Greg. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. You're very good at marbles, Greg. A game that is literally just a random number generator that will either A, let you win, or B, let you lose. That's what you're good at. Other than the time where you were not good at marbles, which is still one of the greatest highlights of all streams of all time.
There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art.
But Greg is not good at games.
And talking.
Despite what he says.
Looking down here instead of up here.
I missed what she was saying then.
There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times. He likes art and talking and looking down here instead of up here.
We have a lot of commands on other chats that to take up that take the piss out of poor old Greg as well. And he's a moose. Greg, little known fact about Greg, he is in fact a moose.
Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings. Like I said.
So, I mean, I guess you could argue for for a moose, he's very good at games. Oh, poor Greg woke up sad. Why did you wake up sad, Greg? It's not because of us, surely. We're your best friends.
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
Can't stop it, man.
I've been working on portraits
Greg,
at home, outside work. But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard. I painted a man, Dorian. You know,
Greg's favorite catchphrase is yelling Jamie at the top of his lungs. I think that's probably what you'll encounter most on any given Greg stream. Is just Greg, Jamie. That's about it.
I wanted to try and capture someone aging,
Gubbins.
so I divided
Jeannie.
the case into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather.
90% of the
third.
stream.
It was hideous. And it started.
They're definitely not a safe haven. Fuck's sakes, Jamie. I demand partial. Sorry, Greg. I demand partial credit on that because I set you up for it.
That I'm ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me.
Just wait.
Is that true, Doctor?
You'll be taking piss out of Greg in no time.
I hear it so many times with that wretched painting. It's in my head. But thank you.
I mean, you already joined in the Greg ... so your hands are hardly clean. Let's talk Bryce.
I spent most of Valentine's Day at the art gallery. Well, the evening part, anyway. they had a display with the theme Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the paintings, but
I'll be sure
they
to
were
get
well done.
Old Darkness involved in the Greg ... Yeah, exactly. It's helping him build character. Yes, Jamie. It's true though. Jamie is right. We have a tight-knit group. I know that we're all part of a wider group, but genuinely this to me is the core group. Jamie, Greg, Ewan, or Urine, as you like to call him, but also Gubbins and the rest of that as well. But that's the core fucking group. Forget about old Luke, who exclamation mark Luke, Cultaholic about to finish their stream, better hop on. Peak and Smoggy Adams usually regular here in my chat as well. He's not here today, but Smoggy Adams a good lad. But we've got a core group, right?
There's something I want to tell you about.
Outside of
something
the
else
other
that's wrong
Cultaholic group.
I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
Exactly what Jamie said. I only see grey. Well, that's your fucking fault.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously. It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen
At least you
and
see
only
grey,
I
Greg.
could move. Because I live on my own.
At least you see
What
grey.
would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen?
What would we do if we had an hour when
to a
everyone was...
fairground?
Go to a fairground? Fucking A, let's go to a fairground. I'd go to a fairground, I'd help people, I steal things, I spy on people. I'd spy on people.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced, who lives opposite me.
I didn't mean like that.
Jessica. She's friendly and says hello to me, smiles.
You took it completely the wrong
what
way.
She looks like naked. So 1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign.
I'd rather not see colour.
And...
Yeah, definitely not see colour. It'd be weird to lose it. Like, colour is not that sort of important to me in a day-to-day life. I'm totally imagine I'd miss things, right? But I'd miss music far more. Like, if I'm not listening to primarily Greg or Ewan's stream while I'm at work, I'm listening to music. Greg is a famous musician. He's a very famous musician. He has songs about fidget spinners. And yeah.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked. When I'd stripped her. When she was naked and frozen.
Okay, I changed my
again,
answer. I'd rather
strip her again.
not hear music.
So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like. That's wrong, isn't it, Doctor? Possibly a relative of yours. Possibly a patient that died here.
So he sees dead people as well?
I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
He's definitely the weirder of the team. And yeah, it was wrong to take those photos.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker. He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Okay, Greg. You have the opportunity now to introduce Jamie and Ewan. We've introduced you. Well, I've largely introduced you. But you have the opportunity now to introduce Jamie and Ewan. How would you do so? You can. We've said all we've said about you. The floor is yours, Greg.
Like I said, I originally presented with depression, and everything was going well for a while. Then
I knew you'd like
Dr.
that, Jamie.
Dekker changed.
I've definitely set something up here.
He was easily distracted during sessions, like he wasn't listening. I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time.
It's ironic he's talking about this because I'm watching the chat and not really listening.
Patients anymore. But when he did give you advice,
what advice?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get
I
more
hope so
time.
too. You've earned that, right?
But he pushed me. He made me think it. I dug the grave for
I've
Dr.
got a new headset for those that haven't seen it. It didn't work for tonight's stream, but I'll try to get it going. But it's a very, very unique headset, and I think you'll all like it. It's the old cat ears. It's actually a better quality mic than the one I've got now.
No, the coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it. A decoy, I'd imagine.
So he believes Dekker is not
I'm guessing
dead.
he was buried somewhere else.
Oh.
Or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the
Wow?
ground.
What are we
Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
I'd rather be cremated.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
True. This guy's a grave digger as well. For a bit more context why he said that. If you haven't picked up on that either. Wowing the headset, or what are we wowing? They were heavily discounted for Easter sale, so I grabbed them because I've seen a lot of other people stream with them, and their mic seemed better than mine. That's genuinely the primary reason behind it. Secondary reason is because it is a bit quirky, but the primary reason was that the mic sounds really nice. I know this one sounds terrible, so it's like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna grab it. It's like 50% off. Buy it, have a decent mic. The microphone was working, the sound wasn't, so I have to figure out what's going on there. It seems to be a bit temperamental. My mic's pretty good. I know it has issues because I have to listen to it on my phone when I first started stream. The mic on this, even though there's not a visible attached mic, I don't know where it actually sits. I think it's just that dot there. It's far better.
It's the anniversary of my parents' death today.
Oh, happy anniversary.
I went to the Lakers. I always go to the Lakers anyway. But it's also where they died.
I can't remember what headset you use. I know you use a headset as well. But your mic seems fine.
The day Dr. Dekker was killed, I had a session with him in the morning at my usual
Your headset's
time,
probably
11
better
o'clock.
than this one. This is
That was the
also
last time I saw him.
fucking uncomfortable, this headset. That's the third reason that one's superior. Like, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours now. My ears are fucking killing me. Just used whatever I had. I picked this up from PB Tech, which, for context, is an electronic store in New Zealand. Probably, it's the more specialist one, like people who actually know what they want in a computer/computer equipment. They only sell decent quality stuff. You know, if you go to any sort of department store or any other store, they'll sell the shit tier plus the good tier or mid tier. PB Tech sort of start mid tier and go upwards. But they have sales on regularly, and I think this might have been Black Friday sale. So I've had it for a while, or some fucking massive sale they did. And yeah, I picked these up.
I stood for a while, looking across the water. It's peaceful there. It's the place that makes me feel the most. There was a girl there, by the lake, only about 9 or 10. She was fishing, if you can call it that, with one of those nets on a stick.
But your mic seems fine. And as long as your headset doesn't cripple you, I think you're all good.
I don't know why I talked to her. She looked sad. I don't usually talk to children, but she seemed different.
I don't usually talk to children.
Special. I'm allowed to talk to her, aren't I, Doctor?
I don't see why not.
Good. It felt nice.
Potentially the girl's a hallucination as well.
I felt human. So I can find her and talk to her.
I can't really prohibit you talking. Oh, what? I mean, finding her is a different story, right? Ooh, children. Ooh. Yeah.
Then I will. I'll look for her next time I'm there.
I don't like the idea of look for her. Mind games. Where you unlocked another achievement. I don't know what these achievements are. I think there are a few for asking set amount of questions. So there's like one for 20 questions, which I had unlocked prior to the stream because I'd played this game a little bit. But we've unlocked like one for 50, which was the first achievement we unlocked. I don't know what they all are.
David had been hunting again, and well, she's seen some of the skins he hung around the lake house.
Ooh, skins.
David wasn't there. Or at least I didn't see him. I didn't go inside. I forgot my key, and the spare was missing.
How peculiar. Okay. I just read the top note there. We can say multiple things of what we would do with the extra hour, and yeah, test whether Bryce would have or has done the same. I think we've already dove straight into the creepier one of spying on people.
Dr. Dekker made me an offer that I couldn't refuse. I'll be taking it to the grave with me, though. As did he.
I want to know.
David had been hunting.
Hunting?
Animal skins. David hunts, then skins. It's horrible, really. He's not really good at either job, so
that'd be the horrible
still
part.
Have great lumps of bloody carcass hanging off them.
Oi,
I'm sure he'll get
pussycats.
better with practice.
My cats are currently running around my legs and hunting each other, speaking of hunting. Oi, dickhead! Don't do that. What a prick. What are we asking? We'll go right for the lovely question.
Poisoning.
How did your mum and
I
dad
was staying
die?
at a friend's house. Otherwise, I would have died too.
Delightful, very Christmassy conversation. We're gonna time for Zoomies, yeah. I mean, right? It's fucking 2 a.m. Almost 2 a.m. Time for Zoomies. They're fighting each other though, or they've stopped now. I can only see... I think it's Gotham. I can see a tail. I can't see the actual cat. Alright, how are you going, Elin?
I haven't had a great day, to be honest.
Oh, no.
Someone accused me of stealing from my patients,
Okay.
which I would never do.
I was like, had the
Plus,
other
Hilda's
patient
getting
died?
worse.
Hilda.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our
Yes,
last
I remember.
session. She's dying. I can tell. I need to see her before it's too late.
Well, then go see her. And steal her stuff.
To help her finish her unfinished business. People who are
I want
dying
to get
always have things they wish they could do before they go.
a camera for my
We
streams.
leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
Because currently I'm just relying off the laptop camera. But I do want to be able to show the cats and whatever. Yeah, it was Gotham. I don't know where Numpty's gone. She's staring at me and playing with a cat toy. But I want to be able to show that stuff. And I want to maybe set up like a cat camera gimmick or whatever. It's all about the gimmicks, right?
This?
Stole it.
It started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Sure she did. That you don't normally answer a question like that, you know. Like if you ask somebody, oh, what are they accusing you of stealing? Like, you don't go, it's this thing that I've got in my hand that I stole. You normally say, it's the thing that she's still got. It's not stolen. She's still got it. Yeah, that's something I want to add because they're very social cats. Even though Numpty's hiding behind the door right now, but that'd be easy to cat cam.
I have a few other things. A watch, a ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable, just trinkets, really.
The cats are about to fight again. I don't know if I can really show what they're doing. I don't know if that picks up. But yeah, we need the cat camera. I need a proper camera to pick them up and be able to show what they're doing.
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die.
But Gotham's sitting by the
Alice's
chair,
son never visited.
and Numpty's behind
He
the
didn't care
door.
about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor?
One patient gave me their life
Am I wrong to
savings.
keep the locket?
That's a tricky one. I mean, this is just a locket, right? And I can't imagine the locket's worth a lot of money. And also, like, I can understand a patient giving a nurse, like the end of life nurse, something valuable. So I can't really dismiss it.
Thank you, Doctor. That makes me feel much better. I shouldn't let what Terry says bother me so much.
Achievement unlocked, movie length. I think it's because we've been playing the game for 2 hours now.
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you just going to go in and put on an Aussie accent? Crikey, it's me. Is that how she gets the stuff?
I can change my skin.
She's the shape-shifting detective.
What I look like. I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just, hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them.
by smothering them with a pillow. I definitely think we need to... Can you hold my hand?
It only lasts for as long as I'm holding the hand. I think it needs that connection. I can change my skin.
Yeah.
What I look like.
Yes, we heard.
I can turn into a patient's loved one.
That's definitely how she's stealing the stuff.
Just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them. It's how I...
Whatever. How does it come for them?
I only shift at work to help my patients. I don't have any
I don't think she
interest
actually
in using it as a
transforms into
party
them.
trick or to deceive anyone.
There is a game we've played prior to this called Shapeshifting Detective, where you are a character that has essentially that ability. So it's probably a nod to that, but I don't know if this game's supernatural at all. Who knows? But it's a good game.
Actually, I had a hot date.
Ooh.
It wasn't anything serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date.
Where did you
Different
go?
to what I'm used to. That's not really important. Ask me something else.
Aliens did it. What game mentioned aliens? We did have aliens in a game, right?
It was
Wasn't
very
Shapeshifting
traditional,
Detective?
old-fashioned, you know? Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk.
Yeah,
along
it
the pier.
was.
Held hands, had a bit of a kiss.
Bit of
Then
a
he called a
snog.
cab, and I went home, alone.
It's a bit tragic. Greg could be onto something.
11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to. If you think I need an alibi.
Yes, check with the taxi company. We're going to move on to another character. Elon hasn't gone orange yet, so we'll ask about Dr.
I had a
Dekker.
session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day.
We'll try to move them all to orange
3
at least before we
o'clock,
move
I
on.
think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
Can't get over it. What can't you get over? She's gone orange. Alright. Mariana is, of course... I always get the killer. I don't know if you've gotten the killer once, Greg. I can't remember who you accused in the previous games. I think with Contradiction we all thought it was like Josh or whatever his name was, the curly haired dude, right? But I can't remember who you accused in the other ones. You thought it was Rudy, and it technically was. You're technically writing Colonel's Bequest. So I'll give you partial credit there.
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true. I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse. She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Did she confirm she was on the pier?
I don't really... His name is Max.
Max.
He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between
It's definitely Max that did it.
He's not really my type.
Yeah, no, that's one of those things people always say when they're clearly lying. It's actually true.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts, new doctor, and new hope.
Yeah,
They're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
Better behaved?
Dr. Dekker dated his patients. That's not good behavior,
Yeah.
is it?
We kind of figured out that Dekker was bonking her. No, that is not good behavior.
Sorry, no. I think your button's undone.
I don't know what that was about, but okay.
Dr. Dekker dated...
Dated?
Sorry.
Dated his patients?
No idea.
I don't know. I don't know what we're meant to be asking there.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
Yeah, we tried saying dated his patients and didn't let us. Dekker dated?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
No, I
He
didn't.
said it was a breach of something or the other, but I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
What was that meant to be? There was some grade A shit acting.
I think her name was Scarlett? One of his patients, an older woman. I guess that's how he liked them.
Do we have a Scarlett on our list? Patients Lacey? No. So we haven't met Scarlett yet, unless she's got the name incorrect, of course.
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
Of course you don't. Despite you liking to hang out at... What was that bar called? The Pearl, because they had cheap vodka shots.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
Fishing.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful. Makes me feel dull by comparison.
What have you seen? It's Greg's mum.
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor. Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor. I've just had a
Fuck
phone
me, that
call
scared
from
me.
a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late.
Shit myself. Jesus.
Let me know.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in the recession that he'd been acting
Yeah,
a
can
little
you not?
strange.
That's even a fairer point, though, because
It
this is a
just
patient
didn't seem
session.
right.
You don't just walk in
I
on
wanted to find out what was wrong.
a psychological meeting, or a very personal meeting. She could be talking about anything. You just fucking burst in.
Wouldn't you like to know? Is our session up now?
Am I boring you?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it.
You just said you went to the beach. Oh, you went to the beach on Valentine's Day. No, that's right. I misunderstood.
You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
Oh, that's a plus. You're cured.
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
she's a bit interesting with her information that she provides, right? She doesn't want to provide something, but will just be like, oh yeah, Dick has a 12-inch knob.
People are quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Oh my god, this character. Is she your favorite? Is that what you're suggesting?
Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair. Do you think my hair's pretty, Doctor?
Yeah. Oh my god, this character indeed. Like, but also, that's such an annoying sort of question. Like, do you think my hair's pretty? You're either gonna say, nah, your hair looks like shit, or you're crossing a boundary. I'm gonna say her hair's not pretty.
Thanks for the honesty, I guess. Maybe I should stop asking you things.
Yeah, maybe you should.
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
Just a touch.
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
Are we offering? Because this clearly is somebody that we would want to get involved with, right? I'm gonna guess it's a staunch no. But I'm actually offering, seeing as there's 2 people in chat being active. I know there's a lot more people in chat because old fucking Streamerlicious Labs tells me. In fact, I know there are a fair few of you active, well, watching. But go on. I will take silence as a staunch no. Get wrecked, lady.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
So even when we say no, perhaps we should ask someone else a question. Looks asleep.
Hello again, Doctor. I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it.
We remember
Yesterday,
your shaky loop incident.
I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden. I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
It's a new day, yes it is. So as I said, this guy believes he has loop days unless he forces a traumatic event. Hannah was his fiancée who died in a car accident, so naturally to him, burning something that reminds him of her would be traumatic.
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it.
Which we're
Just
asking her now to basically explain.
I decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another, and only buy stuff she loved. I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
What's my favourite season? Honestly, I'm probably more of an autumn person. Blessed that it is autumn, either now or soon.
I thought you'd be an autumn person.
Ah, you knew.
That means you're supposed to be grounded and productive. And you like
Not
your
true,
space.
but that part. That's it. What were you doing on
I was at Henley
Valentine's Day?
Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave.
It's the anniversary of her death.
So he
Her parents wanted a
and
huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have
the
come
other
through.
woman were at the church.
It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph.
Autumn's the right balance of not too cold, not too hot. That's why I pick it. That's the simplest reason.
We walk alone without our angel.
Another achievement unlocked. Registrar.
I'm not religious, but when I wrote Hannah's epitaph, I knew her parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But she was an angel to me.
Bill Bailey.
She was an angel to everyone.
Or did he mean me, the great bearded one?
I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said it uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really. What? Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder?
Talking about me. Sweet.
Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Well, I approve of the epitaph then, if that's what you meant.
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else?
That's putting a lot of pressure on a psychologist you've only spoken to twice. I'll put that on my epitaph. That's a lot of pressure. I mean, to be fair, this guy clearly doesn't sound like he's ready to look for someone else. I think you should encourage him to, but he's fucking definitely... If anyone's not ready, it's this guy.
Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that. I still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect. Yeah, I did get a call from him. He was rambling on about something to do with hypnosis. My mind literally switched off. It must have been good, though.
Yeah.
Because that was one of those nights when I slept through to the next day.
Well, you...
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. If that's even a thing.
A monster.
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am.
So
Can
you
give me some
have
advice,
motive.
Doctor?
What advice?
I've been trying to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices.
Alright.
I could set fire to Hannah's photographs.
Yeah.
I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since. Which one do you think's best?
It's going to have to be the rocking chair, isn't it? Because if he's already got the photos stored in the Dropbox, it's not going to work. Because he's not letting go of the past. So, I'm going to go with the rocking chair.
Set fire to the rocking chair. I never like the way it moves forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards.
It's mocking you. We haven't watched that footage yet either. We'll get around to it. I do want to see if we can get to the next day before I end the stream.
So, should I get a solicitor or shall we try and talk it out with him?
Oh, let's be civil.
Good choice. I'll go and see Ben to see if I can get him to call off the dogs. I have no idea what's gotten into him. Perhaps it's his mum.
There's a mum joke for you. Oh.
Hey, you. Thanks for helping me with this grief thing. I'm not sure I have it, though.
An actual fact, seeing as we are now bleeding viewers rapidly, I may logically and thereforely call it an end to tonight's stream. I apologize because I know how much you're all enjoying this. Oh, Aaron Lee's streaming. I haven't raided him before. So we do finish our streams for raid. I don't know who has stuck around, but one of the guys who was in my stream at the very beginning is currently streaming. So that's probably as good as person as any to raid. Again, do not feel the need to stick around if you do not want to, but I will also do my sign off clip as well, and we'll call it a night. So for those of you that have stuck around, bless you, I appreciate it. We'll play my sign off clip, and have a good day, night, whatever, wherever, morning, wherever it is in your part of the world right now. And let's do our farewell.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.
Go, jump the fucking thing. Fucking go. Fuck this shit. I'll find him.